In our last live, we discussed what is recovery really. Today, we're going to talk about what it is that you do after you quit. Recovery is what you do after you quit, okay? A lot of people think that sobriety and recovery are the same thing. To me, sobriety is just quitting doing something. Here's an example for you. Let's say you had a habit of jumping off of roofs. And every time you jumped off a roof, you kind of damaged yourself a little bit. And then one day, you jumped off the roof and you broke both your legs. Now, you might say to yourself, I'm going to quit jumping off of roofs. And that might be a great idea. But what's that going to do for healing your legs? That to me is the difference between sobriety and recovery. Okay? So you can quit, but what is it that you do afterward? That's what I want to talk about today. For people who have quit, I want to know, what does your recovery look like? What do you do after you quit? So I'll wait for some people to come in here and we'll see how it goes. Cat Rose. Hello, Cat Rose. Today we're talking about what do you do after you quit something? Our last live was, what is recovery really? A lot of people think that recovery and sobriety are the same thing. What do you think? And have you ever recovered from something, and how did you do it? That's what I'm trying to get opinions from people today. So this is all you guys. Yunzelbug, you nestle big. Something like that. Anyways, good to see you. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. Glad to have you here. I'm OG Mr. West. What we're talking about today is, what do you do after you quit? And me personally, I'm recovering from alcoholism. But, you know, it could be somebody who's recovering from an abusive relationship, overeating, anger issues, things like that. So just looking for your guys' opinion. All right. And while I'm waiting, I might as well work on myself. That's what this back porch is about. works out fine for me. Matter of fact, I'm going to move this over here. Let's see if that should work. That should be just fine. Well, kinda. What's up, 10 people? Sorry, I'm trying to move my camera around here. Pleasure to have you here. Where are you coming from? Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Just in case anybody's wondering, we're talking about what it is that we do after we quit something, okay? Quitting drinking, quitting using drugs, quitting an abusive relationship. What is it, what do you do after you quit? What did you do after you quit, if you have any experience in this? Let me know. I think I'm going to move a few things around here. Let's see what we got. You got the muscle, strength and muscle. So, hey Grayson, hey Soraya, hey Heather, hey Connor, how you guys doing, man? Glad to have you here. OG Mr. West, pleasure to meet you over here in Brookings, Oregon. Today we're talking about what it is that you do after you quit something, okay? I quit drinking, and what I did was build a new life. I built this backyard gym. I'm trying to build my physique, right? Building on my mind. I built this YouTube channel so I can connect with people across the world. I thought that's cool. Connor says he's doing good. Glad to hear that. Hope you can be doing fantastic by the end of the day. How about that? Nah, good to have you here, Connor. So I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way. Move this a little closer. This is what I started doing after I quit drinking. I started working out, and I started this YouTube channel, and I started talking with people across the world. That's what I started doing when I quit. Oh, you know what? I think I'm supposed to be doing pull-ups today. You ever quit something before there, Connor? Something that was bad for you, I mean. Have you ever quit something that was bad for you? And if you did, how did you quit? Like after you quit, what was it? How did you stay away from that thing? My apologies. I started on Saturday from coming from Vatican. Okay, what were you doing over at the Vatican, man? That sounds like a story in itself right there. You got a YouTube channel, man? Maybe you should, if you don't, maybe you should make a video or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. You don't know right now. That's okay. That's all right. Just looking for opinions is all. This is just an open conversation, okay? I'm doing a little research. The whole point of these live conversations, other than just to connect with each other, is I want to find out what your guys' opinions are on how it is that you guys got through certain things, so that I can share it with other people, okay? Oh, vacation, not Vatican. Okay, well, that makes a whole lot more sense. All right. Florida. All right, then. Very cool. Florida, yeah. Lake Titicaca. How you doing, Lake Titicaca? Did I say the wrong thing and said you were coming back from the Vatican? Yeah, but another thing that I did when I quit drinking was try to work on my communication skills. This whole talking to strangers online and putting myself out here like this and all that kind of stuff, this is something that I would have never done in the past. And I'm so glad that I started doing it, by the way. I love talking with you guys. This is cool shit. How do you handle dreams? You want to know something? I don't really get to dream that often anymore. Well, they say everybody dreams every night. I don't ever get to remember dreams anymore these days. But when I first quit drinking, if that's what you're asking about, I used to have dreams about this other person that I felt like had wronged me for like weeks, man, when I first quit drinking. And I brought the idea to a lady who I trust a lot. She's a real Christian lady. That don't really matter, but she really cares about people, right? And she told me that every time you have that dream about that person, pray for them. I didn't want to do that. But when I did start doing that, the dreams started to be less, and then they did go away. Now, could have been from the prayers, or could have been that they were going to naturally go away, you know. So, Lake Titicaca says, good, how are you? I'm great, Lake Titicaca. I'm fantastic. I have great days on purpose. How about yourself? I hope you're doing fantastic. Who's that say? Ali Rez. Gee, man, you guys got some long ass names, man. Glad you're here, Ali. I'm just gonna say your name shorter. Don't mean no disrespect by it. Yeah. What does your recovery look like? What does your recovery look like? That's what I want to know. After you quit drinking, after you quit using drugs, when you left that abusive relationship, whatever it was, how did you maintain? How did you stay away from that? What did you do with all of your extra feelings and emotions and energy? And, you know, how did you handle the night times? What about your self-talk? You know, how did you handle the way that your mind was talking to you? I want to know all of that stuff from you guys. Hey, Victor. Glad you're here, big dog. Nice to see you. Where are you coming from? I'm from Southern Oregon, myself, here on the West Coast of the United States. But this is one of the ways, you know. I keep telling people, this is one of the ways that I was able to, this is how I recover. I work out, I connect with people, I try to be of service. I always try to lead with respect as much as possible, respect for myself and respect for other people. How long did you drink for? I started drinking at 15. I quit drinking for somewhere, I'm 41 now. So in that time, I quit for almost 10 years. So all the rest of the years that I've been smoking, I've been drinking. I used to smoke cigarettes too, but yeah, all the rest of those years. So I'm 41. Yeah, minus 10 years. Yeah, sheesh. Did I really drink for fucking 31 years, 30 years? No. I didn't start drinking until I was 15. 15. Yeah, shit. Too long. 20 years. 20 fucking years of drinking. Yeah, it's disgusting. Don't do bad drugs, kids. Yeah, don't do bad drugs. Don't do any drugs, kids. Come on, now you got to finish that sentence. You're going to have kids out there being like, well, I do the good drugs. Don't do the bad ones. How long did you drink? Connor says. Yeah, I must have drank for about 20 years, Connor. I was just kind of doing the math in my head right now. Disgustingly, I probably drank for about 20 years of my 41 years on this earth. Yeah. Was it hard quitting? This last time, no. But one thing that people need to understand, if you don't know this already, part of quitting alcohol or whatever is relapse. I'm not saying excuse yourself and go ahead and relapse. I'm just saying that I relapsed so many times of all the times that I tried to quit. And so this last time was easy because of what I learned from all the other times. You know what I mean? So, but it was hard all the other times. This time it wasn't, because I know what to focus on now. I don't focus on sobriety, right? I focus on building a life that can protect a sober life. Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I do, is I build a life that protects this new person that I'm moving forward as. That's good you quit. It is good I quit. Thank you. It's the best thing, one of the best things that I've ever done for myself. I wouldn't say it's like the best thing I've ever done in my entire life, but for myself, best thing that I've ever done. Do you smoke or anything? I used to smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke them anymore. I quit those close to 7 years ago now. I do smoke marijuana. I do enjoy that. I don't promote it. I don't tell people, hey, you know, you should do this instead of drinking and nothing like that. But I like to be honest. If somebody asks me a question, I'm gonna tell you. I live in Southern Oregon. We got the Primo Green over here. Connor says, that's good. You go to church? I don't go to church. I'm not against it. I haven't made time to be going to church like I probably should. I do spend daily time with the Lord every morning. I'm in constant communication with God at all times. I shouldn't say at all times. Most times. I pray without ceasing, as they say. I stay in connection with the Lord. I walk with the Lord. I read the Bible. I certainly dwell on the scriptures. Yes. I believe in the Lord and stuff, but I don't go to church like I should. How about yourself? Do you go to church? What's your faith? Sorry, but I'm just talking about myself this whole time. Do you go to church? What is your faith? Feel free, please, to express yourself here, okay? That's good. You're at least staying connected with him. Yes, I've been going church Sundays. Very good. Glad to hear. So do you go with your family? You go by yourself? Or are you like the friend? Are you like the good example friend? You know, like the one that everybody should be trying to go to the places that you go to? Like your friends should be going to church with you. They should be doing the things that they do, but you kind of stand on your own and you do it by yourself, or what? Family. You go to church with family, right on. 50 push-ups. Come on. I don't think I could do 50 right now. I just got done doing a bunch of dips. Let's see how many I can do. Fuck it. Let's do that. Now, I have been doing dips for a little bit here, so let's see what we can do. That's a good idea. At least 39, he says. Okay. All right, Connor, let's see what we got. All right. Let's see what we can do here. We got 30. Yeah, we might be able to get another 20 out of that. Well, there's your 39. Nope. Well, what would we get? How many did we get there, guys? I don't believe. I know I didn't make it to 50. Let's see what we got here. All right. 50 push-ups for Israel. Woo! Listen, Baldy. I want to see at least 50 push-ups, and I'll consider liking the stream. Hey, that's fair. Get out of here, kitty. Well, I'm sorry that I failed you. I didn't quite make it to 50. Yeah, my arms are pretty shot right now. I'm glad that you asked me to do that. I need to do that more often. Be nice, Lost. Oh, you're all good, big dog. You guys probably, this must be your first live here. We usually talk a lot of shit here, so it's all good, you guys. Thank you, though. Yeah, I would gift, but I'm broke, and I don't know how to. Hey, don't worry about that. I don't need no gifts. Just kind words, you know? Goyim. Goyim. Lost says, I'm allowed to call him Baldy. I'm Baldy. Love from Tel Aviv. Love from Southern Oregon, my friend. 42, very solid. 42, that's how many we made it to? Hey, dang it, 8 more, man, that'd have been cool. Dang arms of mine, that's okay, that gives me something to shoot for. It's been a while since I tried to go all the way to, any certain number anyway. So cool, I'm glad you guys had me do that. I don't know, but good effort. Thank you, big dog. I used to donate, but then I took an arrow to the knee. What the hell? How the hell did you take an arrow to the knee, dude? Dang. Look like you're in British prison. Oh, really? No, just Southern Idaho. Southern Idaho. I'm from Southern Idaho. Southern Oregon backyard here. You need do 42 tomorrow again. Oh, he says, no. Nick says, no, 43 tomorrow. Well, fuck, I better be doing 50 tomorrow, huh? He didn't mean like actually. Man, I would have loved to hit that 50. Yeah, that's okay. You know what? That gives me something to shoot for, man. Hell yeah. Little man. Balaclava boy. Little man. Liminal space. I say you got 55. Well rested. I think you might be right. Now that I got something to shoot for, I'm gonna do that. Hell yeah. I'm gonna get 50. What we got here? What? Okay. You have a glass jaw. All them muscles ain't mean no thing. Okay. Well, I appreciate you letting me know that. Do you take creatine? No, I don't take any things. I just eat food. Bro, you can tell to F Trump to bomb Islamic Republic. They are killing us. Do the F job. Well, yeah, I wish I could do something about that. Jeez. Me saying, fuck Trump isn't going to help you. I wish there was something I could actually do. I'm so fucking sorry to hear that. Bob Cox says, dumb. D-U-M. Well, what you think, Latte? Do you think we got enough out of this live here? About almost at 25 minutes here. What you think? No answer? Okay. My cat says no answer. You'd get another few reps at least if you did take creatine. It's all benefits, even mental benefits. Nice. Well, I'll certainly look into it. I'm of the belief, let your food be your medicine, let your medicine be your food. I guess I just don't, you're probably right about that. I probably won't take the creatine. I just like to eat, good meat, good fruit, and good vegetables and shit like that. Ever since I got sober from alcohol, I've really been real mindful about what it is that I put into my body. Plasma Zombie says, why are you on all fours? My bad, I was just doing push-ups a moment ago. I used my depression as fuel. Shit works. Yeah, see, some people know how to use their minds a certain way, whereas somebody might see it as a limitation. Another person knows how to tap into their mind and use it as a power. You know, that's cool. Lost in the Dream. You probably get a few more reps if you believed in Jesus enough. I'm just messing with you. Well, I certainly believe in Jesus. That's, you know, God is love. And that's what I have on my chest. I certainly believe in Christ. Yeah, maybe you're right. Who knows? Anyways, Connor says mind control. Yeah, mind over matter, you know. Listen, you guys, I've had a really good time with you all. I just was coming on here for just a short little conversation, a quick little workout. Maybe some people make fun of me a little bit. No, but you know what? I want to say something to you guys. Thank you. I don't remember who it was, but thank you who challenged me to do 50 push-ups. I'm glad I gave it a try. I was able to make it to 42, I think you guys said. So that gives me something to shoot for. I'm gonna try to shoot for 50. I used to be able to do 50 like it was nothing. And you know, I'd let myself, whatever. Forget the excuses. I'm going for 50 next time, okay? You need more food to build up more muscle mass. You're absolutely right. I need to get my appetite up more. I'm going to tell you guys something. When I turned 40, my appetite went down. I don't know how else to explain it, but I used to eat like a fool. And now I don't have a huge appetite anymore. What time tomorrow? I really don't know. I don't want to tell you guys I'm going to be here at a certain time and then not. I want to be able to do what I say I'm going to do. So maybe let's shoot for 4 o'clock Pacific time. I will make a post or something, right, to inform you guys. Otherwise, I don't want to waste your guys' time. Your guys' time is valuable to me. So, you look great, dude. Who cares about the 50? I'm proud of you. Keep going. Thank you so much. And I'm going to keep going. This was a really good live. How did you get so lean? I've just always been so skinny. If you ever seen me with any weight, that would be a better question. Like, how did you ever gain weight? Because I can't gain weight. I've always just been so skinny. You can do 51. Don't let weakness in. Pain is your friend. Damn right, pain is your friend. That's right. Don't worry, Mr. Bob Cox. I will learn English while they are killing me. Damn. Let's try to respect each other here as much as we can. You know, I didn't see the comment. I don't know if somebody's telling somebody to learn English or whatever. You know, that's not what this is about here. We're here to grow. That's my point, anyways. You know, the whole point of actually this live was, what is it that you do after you quit something? Like, I'm a recovering alcoholic, so I was trying to explain and share that this is kind of what I do. When I quit drinking, I decided to turn this back porch into a gym and start this YouTube channel and connect with people across the world. And it's been so helpful for me. Being creative has actually been, because I've tried to quit drinking many times in my life, and I failed all those times. And I had almost 10 years once. But this has been so different because this is the most creative I've ever been. This is the most like connecting with other people that I've ever been. You know, I always tried to keep it inside because I didn't want to try to talk to other people. I thought it was weak. I didn't know how to express myself without feeling weak. I don't give a fuck about that now, just so you guys know. Eat ice cream, you put on weight, I promise. And I love ice cream, so I'm certainly going to take you up on that. Half a cup of rapeseed oil has about 850,000 calories, 850K. That daily or every other day would be healthy to you when you work out. Okay. Well, thank you guys for that. Thank you for the information. Thank you for being here. I am going to go ahead and take off here. Never mind. We got some good ones. Got some people coming. I want to value you guys. I'm recovering from eating animal products. 8 years clean. It was an addiction with victims. Took me 24 years to see it. Wow, that's an interesting one. That's one I haven't heard. Yeah, I've heard, alcohol addiction, coming out of abusive relationships, drugs and all that. I never heard of anybody saying they're recovering from eating animal products. Do you care to share a little bit more of that, or you just want to, and that's okay if all you want to do is just leave your comment. That's the interesting one to me. Don't worry, talking to people can be exhausting. You saved yourself a lot of energy. Okay. All right. No filter for you. Bullshit, he says. Plasma zombie, half a cup isn't much. Even a child can drink that much. Very cool. Flesh consumption is extremely addictive. I've never thought about it that way. I mean, I love to eat meat. I'm not going to lie to you, and I don't want to disrespect you or make you feel, unvalued or whatever. But I guess I'm certainly addicted to eating meat, but I've never thought it. I don't know that I've ever, craved it like I did alcohol. So maybe I've never thought about it like that. Liminal Space says, I used to drink a lot too, like a 6-pack a day, if you consider that a lot too. My old self probably wouldn't consider that a lot, but it is a lot, right? My old self was unhealthy in my mind. So even though I'd been like, that's not that much, it's more than enough, right? Daniel says, same, okay. Daniel Broccoli, cheese is really addictive, but that's why veal exists. It comes from the dairy industry. Interesting. Why don't you have an appetite anymore? I don't exactly know the actual reason. All I can say is when I turned 40, I just went from being someone that had a huge appetite to not. I have a theory. I don't feel like I desire to eat as much anymore because I'm more content now. I honestly think that one of the reasons why I was constantly consuming, whether it be drinking or food and all that kind of stuff, is because I wasn't content. And ever since I've changed my life and things like that, I just don't think I have as much of a desire to eat as much anymore. I don't think I need I don't know if it's dopamine or whatever. I don't know. I really don't know. Alcohol is poison. Better don't drink at all. Yes, absolutely. It is poison. I was addicted to that poison for a long time. How stupid, right? Or how crazy. I shouldn't say stupid. That's not a good thing to say about yourself. But it was crazy. That was unhealthy thinking for sure. Look at this specimen. Haha. What a degenerate. I wonder which person you're talking about there, Zolly Doom. I drank because I couldn't talk to people. Yeah, I know a lot of people like that. I've connected with a lot of people that's one thing that is super hard for them, is they're so anxious a lot of times that they need that little liquid lubrication, for being so nervous. Had bad social anxiety, yeah. I'll tell you something. I never had much social anxiety, but that first time that I quit drinking, I was saying before, I had almost 10 years before sober. And that first 2 months, I didn't want to be around any people. I felt so fucking anxious every time I went somewhere. And that's not me. I'm not an anxious guy. Emma, probably jeez, come on, cat. I'm getting hair all over my face from you, buddy. You guys want to see my cat, by the way? Come here, Latte. Come here, buddy. He's always, if you guys ever come to my lives, this dude is always lurking around somewhere. This is Latte. Anyways, let's see, Emma, probably just a psychological issue. Daniel Broccoli says, I think it just means your sensory pleasure has taken a back seat, which is a big brain move. Cool. Yeah, no, I think you're probably right about that. I mean, I've learned a little bit. I learned a little bit about my nervous system too. I didn't realize that I was so comfortable in chaos and things like that. And so another thing that was happening is when I quit drinking and things were just kind of like, I guess, mundane or whatever. That was, you know, and it was, that should have been peaceful, but it didn't feel peaceful to me. Like I almost needed it to be kind of fucking toxic, you know. I don't need that anymore. Like that was me 8 months ago. Like me these days, I'm seriously the most peaceful person that there is now. I would throw Valium on top of my beers too. No kidding. I know I don't have any experience with pills, but even I know that that could be scary. Have you? But you did quit luminal space, right? You do have sobriety under your belt now. I think you might have said before. Do you have vegetable oil at home? No, we have avocado oil here. I don't think we have vegetable oil here. Well, I'm going to go, so I play some games. Oh, if you're getting ready to take off, man, a pleasure having you here, Connor. Do you smoke? I smoke some weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I used to years ago. That's something I'm super proud of. I quit smoking cigarettes about 7 years ago. That was so stupid of all, smoking cigarettes. Sup, prof? Hey, I take that as a compliment. I love that dude. Big dog everywhere I go. That's my man. That dude is my spirit animal. OG, nice talking, brother. Thanks for not laughing at my veganism. I'm not here to judge nobody. The only people you'll ever see me pick on is bullies. You know, I like to bully bullies. But other than that, man, this place should be a this should be a respectable space. You know, we can conduct ourselves with respect. We can have fun here too. I love talking shit. If you were here yesterday or the day before, you know, where some of the other people that were in here, they're shit talking back and forth. So it's a comfortable place. You know, Marlboro or Newport. When I used to smoke, I was a Camel Filters guy, but you smoke long enough, you'll almost smoke anything. You know, if you don't have your regular cigarettes, you'll smoke a Marlboro, you'll smoke a Newport. Yeah, I stopped drinking. I run a lot now. Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm going to start doing is running. Anyways, Liminal Space says, I stopped drinking. I run a lot now to let off my high anxiety. Like I know I'm calm and my brain doesn't cooperate when I try to socialize, but running in the morning level. Yeah, and I come out here in the morning too, and I do my pull-ups. That's and it used to just be push-ups. And I like to prime myself before I even go out into the world and shit like that. That's been one of the smartest things that I've done since quitting drinking is just coming out here early in the morning, spending a little time by myself or me and the Lord or whatever, and then just getting a good set of pull-ups in and shit like that. What made you want to stop smoking? I can tell you what made me quit at the very end. There's a lot of reasons why I wanted to quit, but the very last thing was when my son was born, and I think he was about 3 or 4. When we were running around in the yard one day, you know, and we'd only been out there for like 5 minutes running around. And I was like, hold on, son. And daddy needs to sit down and take a break. And I sat down and I took a break, you know, and I was like, and I'd only been out there for like 5 minutes. And I was like, what a fucking bitch, you know? And I kept thinking like, I got to keep up with this guy the rest of his life. And so that really got the ball rolling. And I didn't quit right away, but it wasn't long after that. That was the seed that was in my head is just, you know, my son. Okay, you guys, this has been about 40 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here, okay? This has been a fantastic live. Thank you so much for being here. I think some of my questions were answered. But anyways, have a great rest of your day, okay? On purpose. God bless you. Stay alcohol-free if you can, okay? I'm out of here.